Well, it's the time of the year most South Floridians dread, mosquito season. After the Zika outbreak of 2016, officials continue to urge residents and tourists alike to take steps to protect themselves. Plus, new research warns rising temperatures and longer warming periods could make this season and those to come worse than before. Here to explain is Dr. William Petrie, Director of Miami-Dade County's Mosquito Control. Dr. Petrie, great to have you with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so it's a little scary. There was an article recently this week in the paper about what's basically in store for us, possibly. Before we get to that, let's talk about you and your experience. You came to us, to Miami-Dade County from the Cayman Islands after 30 years experience working with mosquito control. So tell us a little bit about what you did down there.
Yes, I was 33 years in the Cayman Islands, what's called the Mosquito Research and Control Unit. So I started off basically at the bottom there, worked my way to the top, and was able to do original research to get my PhD there at the same time. So the mosquito situation in Cayman is similar to southern Florida, the Keys, Monroe County, but the principles are certainly the same. The huge difference, of course, is the size and scope of Cayman Islands compared to Miami-Dade.
So let's talk about what we are facing going into this mosquito season, which you said to me, even though we call it mosquito season, we really have mosquitoes pretty much all the time. But now we're getting into rainy season.
Yeah.
We're going to see them breeding. We're going to see more mosquitoes. The article in the paper was a little bit frightening and talked about some of the things we could be facing. One of the things it mentioned, along with Zika and dengue, was yellow fever. So talk a little bit about those diseases and what we might see coming into this season.
We do need to be prudent. We do need to be concerned here. I wouldn't say we need to be scared. There's no panic. We don't have an emergency situation. But what we're monitoring is we know that various viruses, mosquito-borne viruses, are circulating in the region, especially south of us. So we're talking about dengue, chikungunya, Zika, a new one called Mayaro. And the thing about these diseases is that they're all transmitted by the same species of mosquito. So it's one, while it's a whole range of viral diseases, it's one species of mosquito that transmits all of these.
Which is the
Aedes aegypti,
yeah.
yes. So also at the moment we're monitoring, we're watching a yellow fever outbreak in South America, in Brazil. Also just yesterday I saw a report of a spike of chikungunya in Brazil in a separate part. So these things are still active, so we certainly need to be prudent, we need to be watching what's going on as we prepare for the season that is about to begin.
Where are we when it comes to Zika?
We're seeing less cases of Zika circulating south of us than previously, and there may well be some immunity in the countries that were badly affected last year, the year before. But we need to be concerned about dengue, and chikungunya hasn't gone away. So all of these viruses have the capability to move geographically. An important point, Pam, is that it's human beings that carry these diseases around the globe.
Right.
It's not mosquitoes that are carrying the diseases.
Right, because people fly in, they've been bitten, and they fly in from the Caribbean, from South America, Central America, and they bring the disease into Miami, into the United States.
Yes.
How is the county government attacking the mosquito season this far? We're in May now. What are you doing?
We're in readiness. We've been preparing for months. But one thing I would say up front is, post-Zika, some things that the county administration did was to, first of all, create a mosquito control division. So it's an entity, an administrative entity, which helps from above. Also, increased the budget for mosquito control for Miami-Dade County.
It went from $2 million to $16
Something
million.
like $1.5 million to $16.5 million, which is significant in anybody's terms, and increased the personnel, the staff, from around 16 to 60. So both of those things show, commendable to me. So it really shows that the effort and the will, the financial and political will is there to ensure that Miami-Dade is made safe.
And then quickly, what is the county doing? Are they going out and spraying? They're not spraying yet. We're told too, as residents, to drain and cover. It's an effort on the part of the residents as well as the county, correct?
What we're doing is mostly larviciding, which is treating the immature stages of the mosquitoes. So this is the stages that breed in the water. So we want to treat those, we want to kill those before they emerge as the flying adults to transmit the disease. And because this mosquito, this disease mosquito, I mean, we used to call the yellow fever mosquito, the dengue mosquito now, Zika. It's all Aedes aegypti.
Yeah.
It's the same one. And the point about that is that people can help themselves, and they can help themselves and their neighbors, and they can help us. Because this mosquito only breeds around your yard. It only breeds around people's houses and yards, and in containers, anything that can hold water.
So that's why that drain, dump all that, all those things, your pots, bird baths, covers, anything that you have outside,
garbage,
covering your barbecue,
You'd be surprised. These mosquitoes can breed in anything that retains water.
I read like in a teaspoon of water. It's not a lot.
They can breed in any small amount of water, yes.
Sadly, we've run out of time. There's so much more to talk about when it comes to mosquitoes. We'll have to have you back. But thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. And for all of the tips we discussed today, go to miamidade.gov/mosquito. We will have this and more information for you on our Facebook page at Your South FL.